Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to our show Unscripted on
America's Islamic Radio. I'm your host Maria,
and I'm your host Hanaa.
And today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus.
And see.
As you guys know, the coronavirus is taking over the world and it's going to kill us all. So let's learn more about it.
Okay. First of all, the information that is going to be presented in this episode has been derived from sources, which are the CDC, Johns Hopkins Medicine, and WebMD. Because, WebMD is just great.
It always tells us we're dying, so we gotta use it. Okay, so let's start off with some facts. The coronavirus is a common virus that impacts your nose, sinuses, upper throat through infection.
Recently, however, the World Health Organization identified the 2019 novel coronavirus, which is very lethal.
They call the disease it provokes COVID-19.
Coronaviruses spread significantly the same way as other viruses do, through sneezing and coughing, and most obviously through touch.
Mm-hmm. Now that we know some basic information about it, there's a lot of myths that go around in the world about it. So we're going to break them down, Mythbusters here.
Woo! So Mari is going to be presenting the myths, and I will be presenting the corresponding facts.
Let's do this. So, myth number 1. There's a vaccine for the coronavirus. There's no solution?
No, there is no vaccine.
Oh my God.
There is no vaccine for the coronavirus, but luckily, or good news, I guess, scientists are working on creating a vaccine. However, as we all know, all these brown kids, science majors, should probably know that making a vaccine is going to take a while because you need to make sure it's safe to test on human beings. So we don't know how long that's going to take, but we do know that scientists are working on it. However, there still is nothing. No vaccine to cure.
That's scary and depressing.
Yeah.
Myth number 2, which is my personal favorite. Ordering and buying products from China will actually give you the coronavirus.
Oh? Well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the coronavirus cannot be bought through Amazon Prime, guys. The most efficient ways of protecting yourself, though, from the coronavirus are to consistently wash your hands and to avoid contact with people who are sick, sneezing, and coughing.
That was my favorite myth.
I love that. I love saying Amazon Prime.
Myth number 3. It's a new virus.
It's actually not a new virus.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty old. It's been around since, like, the 60s.
The 6th?
Yeah.
That's what, 80 years?
No, that's 60 years.
60?
60 years.
Wow, I'm great at math.
Yeah.
And science.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the radio show right now.
Mm-hmm. 60 years. It didn't come around last month. Okay.
It didn't start in 2019.
Why don't they have a solution for this yet? It's been around for 60 years.
I have no idea. All right, next myth.
There are thousands of cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. currently.
OMG.
That can't be a myth. I've heard people getting the coronavirus. There's a lot of people.
I know, I'm sure, there's people dying in literally every corner of this town.
It's because of the coronavirus.
It's because of the coronavirus. No, actually. As of February 12th, 2020, which is also Abraham Lincoln's birthday. That was really irrelevant, but I really wanted to say that. There were 1,114 people that died in China and 1 person in the Philippines because of the coronavirus. Medical professionals are still working on confirming deaths in other countries, and we do know that there are only 14 confirmed cases in the United States, while there are 66 under investigation.
Only 14 cases in the entire United States?
Yeah. In all 50
wow.
states.
That was weird.
Yeah,
I thought there were thousands.
Yeah. Why do people make it seem like that then?
Maybe we should find out our facts more.
Yeah, maybe we should educate ourselves more. So why are we bringing this up to you guys? Why do we care so much to do an episode on the coronavirus? Well, because we don't like racism, and we see that people are using this as an excuse to be more racist towards other people, specifically our Asian friends, specifically those who come from China. so many people are using it as an excuse to be racist, and it's really wrong because why do we need another reason to divide humanity? Is humanity not divided enough for us to be like, hey, you got the coronavirus, stay away from me, don't want to see your face, get out of my country? No. In times like this, people should be reaching out to others. That doesn't mean, I'm not saying like, oh my god, go expose yourself to the coronavirus, die for your like brother and sister. This isn't a Bollywood movie, guys. This is real life. But I'm saying that don't alienate other people that come from a region where coronavirus is actually affecting their friends, their family, all these people. And if they're safe, if they're coming to another country, whether it be to study, whatever it is, and if they feel comfortable being in this country because they're like, wow, you know, I have less of a chance of being exposed to coronavirus, then why are we pushing them away? Yeah.
What's the problem?
Why do we have to make them feel uncomfortable when they're already, you know, super, like, freaked out because of what they're seeing in their country?
Speaking of uncomfortable, I actually do not have the coronavirus, even though one might think I do because of how sick I always look, but I actually don't. And I was on the bus in Stony Brook, and I sneezed, just a normal sneeze, and 4 people turned around, looked at me, and shuffled away.
Ooh. Ooh.
Maybe they thought I was one of the 14 people in the entire country who had the coronavirus. Point is, through all the facts, through learning about all these myths, I have to admit I was a little freaked out myself. But after learning all the facts and the myths and breaking everything down, I realized that the coronavirus is actually very overplayed. While it is a dangerous virus, it's not a new virus, and there aren't that many confirmed cases in the United States of them. So why are we freaking out over it? Why are we discriminating each other over it? And why aren't we knowing our facts before making any decision? Get informed.
Yeah, stay educated, and don't forget to always wash your hands, and make sure you don't go and sneeze and cough in someone's face, because forget that being like a safety hazard. That's mad disrespectful, okay? Like, don't come up to my face and sneeze and just like act as if it's the most normal thing. It's gross, okay? I don't like having people sneeze in my face. But make sure you're consistently washing your hands, okay? And make sure that after you touch certain things, you know, whatever, doorknobs, whatever it is, things that millions of people touch, just wash your hands again. I just can't emphasize enough that you need to keep washing your hands. And that's all that we have for today, folks. Thank you so much again for tuning into our show Unscripted on
America's Islamic Radio. I'm your host, Maria.
And I'm your host, Hanaa, and have a good night.